The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Hey everyone, hello, and welcome back to The Absurd, our podcast about the absurd. We've got stories that are funny and frightening and freaky, and we get them up from all over the world, old histories and mysteries and just absurd goings-on. Speaking of absurd, please give a rousing applause for my co-host, Mel.
Yay!
Mel, oh my God, yeah. How are you, Mel?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
It's very rainy today again.
Yeah, I
Well, not
like
all
it.
the time, but you like it?
I do.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
do. Did you like the storm on Friday?
I
was
loved
like, that was a
it.
doozy.
It was. It was never ending. Like, it
Yes.
was blast after blast of thunder.
Yes.
And
It must have been cool watching it from up here. 'Cause
It was.
You can see.
When it started, I went to my door and I opened both glass doors and was digging it. And then it started to rain, and the rain started to come in. So I'm like, okay. But I closed the doors I left them open about like an inch.
Yeah, just so
So-
you could hear it.
Yeah.
That's
totally.
awesome.
And it cooled it down too.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And it rained, if memory serves, it rained pretty hard. But today, I was out for lunch, and I was sitting outside under a cover, under umbrellas. But about 1:30, 1:45, it rained really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
I love sitting outside in rainstorms.
Outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in it, like covered.
Yeah, no, of course. No, I love thunderstorms. Actually,
Yeah, me too.
this is going to sound weird, but I actually kind of hate regular nice weather. Like, I don't hate it, but I shouldn't say that. But I love when nature gets wound up.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep. I totally get it.
Like wicked blizzards.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily like being out walking around in heavy snow,
Mm-hmm.
but I love the being reminded of nature's power.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I dig that.
That's cool. Yeah,
It
we were sitting
is
outside on Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
Out on the front porch because
Yeah,
the wind was in the
covered.
perfect direction, so we weren't getting wet.
Kids out there too?
No,
Right.
because it was getting late, so they were. I think my daughter was in bed already,
Oh,
but
okay.
then she ended up waking up,
Sure.
and my son was still up. He wasn't having it. He doesn't like it.
Really? Eh?
No, not at all. And I don't know where the fear has actually come from because we, like myself and my husband, we're
Yeah.
always outside watching the storms, and
Yeah.
we think they're really cool. So I don't know where.
Were you ever bothered as a kid by them? Do you remember?
Not that I recall.
No, I
I
don't
used to go
think
play
it
in the street.
Yeah, but that's just because your parents sent you there.
Probably.
If you get a good offer, kid, take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think I ever was either. But I mean, I get it. Like, particularly thunder.
Yeah.
know, like
I think it was the few tornado warnings we
Yeah.
had like several years ago, and
Yeah.
it really freaked him out.
I'd love to see a
So
tornado.
now he associates that
Oh.
with a tornado. So I eventually got him outside. Like once the rain and like the major part left,
Mm-hmm.
we were sitting outside. I'm like, just come sit with me, Liam. I'm like, just watch how amazing this
Yeah.
is. Because it was constant lightning
Yeah.
and the rain had stopped and then he was okay. He was
Right.
like, okay. He's like, it's going away. I'm like, yes, it's going away.
Sadly.
But it ended up coming back again later. But anyways.
They're more entertaining than stupid fireworks.
Oh, God.
Fireworks wear me
And
out.
people are idiots with fireworks.
Talk to me. Wait. Oh, dude.
Oh,
you have
it's
no idea.
annoying. Last night,
Yeah.
I was just dozing off, and it was like 11:30,
Yeah.
and some asshat decided to set off fireworks
Well,
like
sure.
one street over where the Riverside School is, so just around the corner from us,
Yeah.
over there. So it's practically in my bedroom.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I don't care. You want to do fireworks? Go for it,
I guess.
but you don't need to wait until
1
that
in the morning.
hour.
Yeah, no, I know. There should be a provincial ban on them.
should
I'm
be.
sorry. But
I agree.
Like I liked them when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying people shouldn't like them, but they're shit for animals.
Oh, the dog hates it.
But yeah, and wild animals too.
Yeah.
Like they're horrible for the environment.
Yeah.
They're highly disruptive to people because nobody cares when they light them off so
No,
long
they
as
don't.
they're entertained.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying that, I have been to a drone show.
Those are cool.
They are very cool, and I think
Yeah.
Uptown Waterloo, I don't know if they do one tomorrow night or not, but they have in the past.
Yeah.
But it was cool, and I used to be able to sit on my balcony here and look that way towards Columbia Lake when they did it up there, and they would have bands during the day.
Okay.
So I could sit on my balcony and watch the fireworks.
Oh, that's cool.
It was cool, without the sound. Like there was, I couldn't hear them, of course.
But you could see them.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's like when I lived in Toronto. I was on the 28th floor of a building, and it was the same thing. It would with national holidays or whatever, and you could see all the fireworks and stuff from different parts, different beaches and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah. That's a good time, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a joke for you.
Oh God.
Well, actually, it's not a joke really, so much as a peculiar, dare I say, absurd story.
Okay.
So a nun, you know what a nun is, right?
I do. Yeah.
She got busted for stealing a bolt of fabric from a store. Like she shoplifted and they busted her before she left.
Okay.
And it was pretty expensive, right? Because fabric can be pretty dear. Anyway, though, they decided to not press charges so long as she didn't make a habit of it.
I'm not even gonna validate that with a laugh.
But you're going to tell everybody you know.
I'm not.
Yeah, you will. You'll totally
I'm
rip
not.
off my joke.
Uh-huh.
Hey, so I went to see a show in Toronto Saturday night
Did you know?
at the infamous Horseshoe Tavern.
Ah, yes, been there.
I would hope so. Anyone probably has been. And if you haven't been, don't feel bad. Yeah, I went to see this act called the Reverend Horton Heat. And he's from Texas. I saw him in here in Waterloo just before COVID. Had never heard of him. Some friends said, you got to go. You'll love it. I did. I was blown away by it. It's like rockabilly, but heavier. It's actually called psychobilly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's him on guitar, a drummer, and Jimbo on stand-up bass. That is his name, is Jimbo. But it's awesome. Like, really entertaining, really interactive. And then the band that opened was a Zydeco band. You know, that is like Southern Louisiana music with the accordion and a washboard.
Okay, yeah,
It was
yeah.
fantastic. And,
cool.
went out for some meals beforehand and meals for a meal and some beers beforehand, then to the show. And as we were walking back to Union Station to catch a GO train, back to where we parked, I stopped and talked to these people just because that's what I do when I get into that frame of mind.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to them, and then I kept walking. This black guy comes up to me, young guy, and he goes, hey, man, he goes, you've got great energy. And I'm like, wow, thanks, dude. That was it.
That was fun.
That was fun. I was like, yeah, dude, everybody else sucks, but he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so how was your trip to Lambton Shores
It
or
was
whatever?
amazing.
Was it?
Yes.
Did you go in the water?
I did.
You did actually, eh?
I did.
I'm envious.
Yeah.
I love
I was fully
Mother Huron.
clothed.
Did you go in by choice?
Yes.
Why would you go in fully clothed?
Well, I was under the influence.
Yeah, but still.
And I went down to the beach with one of the girls.
Uh-huh.
And then I wanted to go in, but I didn't want to go back and change, so.
You could have just stripped down to your skivvies.
No, I didn't really want to do that.
No, it would make way more sense to go in fully clothed.
Yeah, why not? It was
Did you
just
have did you have jeans
basically
on?
what I'm wearing now.
Did you have
Just
jeans on?
No, I
And
had
a big
short
woolly
no.
hoodie or something?
Big parka.
And a toque?
Yeah, no. No.
Um,
I was wearing shorts and a tank. It
Were
was
you in
fine.
very long?
For a bit.
Did you swim out over your head?
No.
Coward.
No.
Was it nighttime?
No, it was in the middle of the day.
Oh, well, that's kind of the opposite
Yeah.
of night.
Yeah.
I don't like going out over my head at night.
I don't really like doing it anyways
Really?
because there's sharks in there.
Yeah, I promise you there are no sharks in or shakes.
Shakes?
Shut up. No shakes in Lark Huron. I love Lake Huron. It's my favorite Great Lake.
Yeah.
100%.
It's so beautiful.
I know.
Like, I don't know if you saw the videos I posted, but you wouldn't know if I was in Mexico somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
it just,
Yep.
was beautiful, beautiful white sand.
Yep.
It helps that it's. Sorry, I was reading. Hang on a second.
Yeah, it's all right.
I thought it was.
Sounded it. It helps that it's.
What was I saying?
I don't know. You said it could be like Mexico or some shit. You wouldn't know if you weren't in Mexico.
Oh. Oh, yes. Okay. Coming back.
Yeah, thank you.
It helps that it's a private beach too. So
Don't go into the light.
It's it's well maintained and
Yeah.
it's not so crazy busy, right? So that was the section that we were in.
Yeah.
We didn't cross over to the public side.
So you were on the beach?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, quite lovely. We did have a few scares.
What does that mean?
We were all sitting in the living room at one point, and this place was massive bungalow style. And they had, over to the side, there were like 4 or 5 stairs going down to the front door.
Yeah.
So you can't see the front door from the living room. And we heard this sound, like this kind of thing. I don't know if the mic's picking that up, but like rustling of paper or something. And we all froze and we're like, oh my God, what was that? Like, something's in the house. Mm-hmm. Something's in the house. And then we heard it again. And we're all panicking. We're like, well, who's going to go look?
Boa constrictor.
No.
Oh, okay.
So one girl went over to the front door to look. And as she did that, she looked up. And there's a big skylight in the ceiling. There were crows.
Oh.
They were just crows
Inside?
hanging up. No. They were outside. But they were playing with twigs or something. It scared the living shit out of all of us.
That's cool, dude. Did you guys, do you know about crows? Like, no, like how you can literally befriend them.
Really?
Damn straight. Absolutely. I might even do a story
I was not very
on this.
happy with them.
Well, you don't want to piss them off either. Because it can go the other way.
Sure.
And they'll remember you. Crows can actually... no, seriously. Crows can recognize faces.
Really?
Yep. And I've read multiple stories, anecdotal and even some clinical studies. Well, not clinical per se, but you know what I mean. Scientific. Of people like feeding crows and then crows bringing them things. Really? Bringing them little bits of treasure. Huh. And there's actually a guy, I think it's in London, England, there is a video of it, who's trained his crow to go out and whenever it sees, like, if somebody's dropped money, it'll grab it. Like, not another person's hand or anything.
Right.
And it'll fly back with it.
That's amazing.
It opens a drawer.
Okay, now I want a crow.
And it puts the money in the drawer.
That's amazing.
I know.
I
They're
love
very
everything about
intelligent
that.
creatures, man. I'm telling you. So, no, I hope he didn't, like swear at them and
No.
steal their sticks, because they'll mess you up.
No, it scared us.
Yeah.
I also saw the biggest spider I've ever seen in my entire life.
Sweet. You didn't kill it.
I wanted to burn the house down, but
That's probably an overreaction.
no, we killed it.
Oh.
It was inside. It was in like the door frame, but
Put it
like
on a magazine
inside.
and take it outside.
Up!
What's it gonna
I'm
do?
not kidding. I know I don't have the biggest hands, but it was as big as my hand.
Baloney.
I'm not even joking.
Okay, so you weren't in Ontario. What kind of spider was it?
I don't know. First, they thought it might have been a dock spider. But I'm like, we're nowhere close to a dock. And, like, to go that far.
Yeah.
And then someone else said wolf spider. I'm like, I have nothing to compare that to.
Do we even have those? Are in Australia, aren't
No,
they?
apparently we have them here, too.
You keep talking. I'm
Okay.
looking at shit.
All right. But I, again, went to the front door, saw this thing, and my immediate reaction was, oh my God. And they all came running, and everyone's freaking out, and somebody was brave enough to kill said spider. Because
brave. Watch how tough I am. Killing something 1/8,000th of my mass.
I wasn't going near it, because I've never seen something so big in my entire life.
Hey, wow. Okay, so wolf spiders.
Yes.
The only place they don't exist is Greenland and the rest of the extreme high Arctic. So I told you, it could have been a wolf spider.
Yes.
But they're not poisonous.
I don't care.
Well, I would certainly care. They're not poisonous.
It was
venomous.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want that, but holy shit,
No,
that thing was massive.
I used the word wrong. Wrong word is what I mean. Shut up.
Are you okay?
No, not even a little. But you shouldn't kill spiders.
Well, listen.
What is it with
I know
women and
I
spiders?
wasn't going to go to bed with that thing in the house.
Really?
No. There were enough spiders in this place that
this
I'm
is
like,
gold.
no.
I'm filing this action away, dude.
Don't. That's not even... I'm never using the bathroom here.
Well, I'm not gonna put a real spider in here. Where am I gonna get a spider?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyway.
I'm sure there are places you can get a spider.
Yeah. So spider problems.
Yep.
I have never seen a spider in my apartment here. No, I don't think so.
Ants?
I saw one ant out on the balcony
Okay.
one time. And I have to assume it was maybe like dropped by a bird or something, because ain't no damn way an ant's crawling up the side of that building.
Not fair.
Like 90 feet. And for what? Just hope? Gotta hope there's something good to eat up there. Because it's been a hell of a trek. Which it would be.
It would be.
I wonder what the equivalent distance would be.
I wonder.
For an ant walking like 85 feet for us. Hey, Echo. What is the equivalent distance for a human? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Echo! 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 Shut up! Oh, you're gonna sass me now. Okay, I got it. Echo. What is the equivalent distance for a human for 1 foot for an ant?
From Quora.com. If an ant is 2 millimeters in size and a human is 2 meters, the ratio in length is 1,000.
Okay. Got that?
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math in my head, though. But yeah.
So, yeah, we had to pause there for a minute because my ALEXA was giving me some back talk when I was trying to get an answer for this question. So what did it say? 1,000. Mm-hmm. So if it's 85 feet and that ant climbed 85 feet vertically, that would be the equivalent of 85,000 feet for a human. So that's like, 17 miles? A little under.
Right.
That's really high.
That is very high.
You know, like that's like way higher than Mount Everest, like several times over. Wow, ants are pretty awesome, aren't they?
are.
Good thing they're not as big as us. They'd kick our butts.
They would.
Bad. What the hell were we talking about? Oh
I
yeah,
don't
right.
know.
Because no spiders in here and no ants.
Yeah.
Only occasionally a fly. But other than that, no bugs ever. Yeah, hey, dude.
Cool.
It is kind of cool. Hey, have you noticed lately, like in the past year or so, there's been a lot of talk about inflation.
Really?
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
And while it is true, inflation has gone up, more of the price increases are because of corporate greed. I know you're saying, Rod, that's a ridiculous suggestion. Companies aren't greedy.
No, of
They're
course
in
not.
it for altruism, to do
Yeah.
what's right and best for everyone. This here is a story about inflation,
Okay.
but a different kind of inflation. When you hear the word inflation, Mel, what do you think of? What's the first thing that comes to your
Well,
brain?
money inflation, of course.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, I think
But
about...
then balloons.
Right, so that's what we're talking about here, that
Okay.
kind of inflation,
All right.
but not a balloon, per se. We're going to go back to May 26, 2011. A freak accident with a high-pressure air hose left Stephen McCormick painfully puffed up like the Michelin Man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, no.
McCormick, a small-town truck driver in Opatiki, New Zealand, ended up in the intensive care unit at a hospital, blown up to twice his normal size.
Jeez.
McCormick, 48, was standing on the rigging between his truck and trailer when he slipped and fell onto a brass valve that was connecting the truck's brakes to the compressed air supply.
Oh, no.
The nozzle pierced his left buttock, and air rushed into his body at 100 pounds per square inch.
Oh, my God. That's a lot.
Damn right. In a matter of minutes, my body blew to twice its size, McCormick said. His boss, Robbie Peterson, witnessed the accident and told ABC News his body started to literally blow up, and before we knew it, his face went up like a balloon. Peterson's son, Spike Peterson, yeah, right, sounds like a dog, is the manager of the company and was also on hand at the time of the accident. Spike was on the phone with 111, must be the equivalent of New Zealand's 911. He told ABC that their small town only has 2 ambulances, and both were busy at the time of the accident. The nearest rescue helicopter, based 2 hours away, was also busy. We knew we needed help, quick. The pain was unreal. Lifting him up and off the nozzle was the worst. As the air pumped and McCormick began to scream, co-workers struggled to pull him off the nozzle. In a life-saving move, they managed to stop the air supply and put him on his side. As McCormick struggled to breathe, co-workers tried to keep him calm by putting ice packs around his neck. It was an hour before paramedics arrived.
Jeez.
I was blowing up like a football, McCormick told News. I had no choice but just to lie there, blowing up like a balloon.
Jeepers.
When paramedics tried to insert a needle for a morphine drip, the pressure from the air inside McCormick pushed the needle out. It was like putting a needle into a piece of rock, said Peterson. They were also unable to give him air through a tube in his nostrils. Doctors said the air filled his abdomen and chest, as well as the space around his heart, lungs, and even behind his eyelids. The air separated his fat from his muscles and compressed his heart.
Good Lord.
Being stabbed in the buttocks was crucial to his survival. It's lucky it didn't hit an artery, or else he would have bled to death, said Spike. After being rushed to the hospital, a team of 5 doctors put a hose through his ribs to get air to his lungs. Though doctors were able to get the fluid out of him, the air had to come out the natural way, resulting in an enormous case of flatulence. Yeah.
An enormous case
Yeah.
of flatulence.
Surprised he didn't blow his O-ring out on this one. It took McCormick 3 days to go back to his normal size, and he was released from the hospital to continue recovering at home. McCormick's mother, Tui McCormick, 78, told ABC News that her son is completely recovered, adding with relief, he's good as gold, he's back to new again. McCormick suffered no broken bones and no bruises, just a hole from where he was punctured. Leaving the hospital, he said, I really feel like the Michelin Man. McCormick is expected to he was expected to miss work for 2 weeks. In the meantime, his mates back at work are brainstorming nicknames for their friend. There's quite a bit of flack flying around, laughs McCormick's boss, Peterson. They'll give him some grief, all right. So that would be a good question. What would be a good nickname for somebody like that?
Know.
Airhead? Airbags?
I like the Michelin Man one. That's a
It is pretty good. Do you know what the Michelin Man's name is?
What?
Bib.
Bib?
Yeah, Bib the Michelin Man. Yeah, but see, compressed air is not to be trifled with.
No,
right?
apparently not.
I mean, that's obviously an outlandish, dare I say, absurd.
Sorry, what kind of hose was it?
What you mean?
Like, what was it used for?
Oh, he was charging up his air brake, like his brakes on his truck.
Oh, okay.
Right? But it's probably good it felt like it punctured his buttock, rather than going up his ani. Right?
Yeah.
Because, man, you don't want it in your bloodstream. Nope, because that's how you get like an aneurysm.
Oh, how painful.
Wonder
that
if there's
would
a
be.
picture of him. I hope there's a picture of him.
Well, I don't know if anyone went like, hey, hold on a second.
Well, it would have been 2011, so you would have had cameras on phones,
That's
but
true.
people were a little less, like, oh, God, that guy's drowning. Hey, wait, let me get a picture.
Yeah.
Why don't you help him? No, this video. It'll go viral.
This video will help.
He won't live, but he'll be remembered.
That's right.
But that would suck.
That would suck.
The air thing, not the drowning, that would suck.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much that would hurt.
Oh my God, yeah. And
Because I can
compressing your
think
heart.
of and it's not the same, but you think of, I've had a few surgeries in my life,
Ditto.
and from the anesthesia,
Yeah.
I blow up.
You.
Yeah. I retain all the gas. And it is...
Wait. So does that mean did you have to get rid of it the natural way too?
Well, yeah. How else is it going to come out?
I don't know. I'm from Newfoundland. I don't know how you guys are different. So
Yeah, right.
did you just do you wear like no, I'm not trying to be graphic or descriptive, but did you go without underwear and just wear a house coat so you could let her rip with freedom?
No, I think, house pants. I was going to say house pants.
What are house pants?
Well, now I like that. I'm going to call them that from now on. I meant to say sweatpants.
Oh, right.
But now they're going to be referred to as house pants.
They probably just balloon up on you too. Yeah. So no, that would suck. So
wow.
any people out there listening, don't play around with compressed air.
Don't.
No, it's useful but tricky.
It's tricky.
It's tricky to rock around. I better not.
You know what? That exact song went through my head.
Run DMC will sue us. Well, two of them will.
Well, that was good. That's a good
bad,
story.
eh?
I gotta bring it down though.
You gonna deflate us?
I'm gonna deflate the fun.
Okay. What are you gonna tell us about?
Well,
scary.
We're gonna talk about baby tossing.
Ooh. Right.
Yeah.
I have questions. I shall reserve them.
All right.
Please go ahead.
Baby tossing is an Indian ritual followed in certain parts of India where infants under the age of 2 years are shaken by the priest and then dropped from a 30 to 50 feet shrine or mosque.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding.
Are the babies alive?
Yes, they're alive.
That's not very nice.
While the origins of it are not known clearly, this ritual is now celebrated in the first week of December. It is practiced by Hindu and Muslim in rural regions in states in India. Every year, 200 families participate, and over 200 infants are tossed from a height. The baby tossing ritual has been practiced for over 700 years. It began during the times when the infant mortality rate was high, and there was a lack of medicinal advances. The ritual began as a resolution for the lack of understanding of the cures for ailing and dying children, and people of the region's belief and faith in the Almighty and priest. The parents of the ailing and dying babies were advised by the priest to build a shrine and throw their ailing baby from the roof. If they truly believed and trusted in the Almighty, a hammock-like sheet would appear in midair for their safety. There are no reported mortality or injuries of children from this ritual.
Baloney.
The villagers believe that the ritual brings good luck and long life for the child. Mm-hmm. The couples that participate in this ritual in the hope that they will be blessed with their own children. People that participate in this ritual believe that it ensures good health and prosperity for them. Over the last 50-plus years, baby tossing ritual has evolved. It no longer is related to the dying or ailing children, but rather is a celebration in certain parts of India, and it is strongly believed to be a religious duty for the devotees. In this ritual, a priest shakes the baby a few times. Even that alone.
Well, that's not cool. Babies have died from that shit.
I know. And then drops it down from a 30 to 50-foot shrine, and a group of men are standing holding a sheet for the safe landing of the baby.
Wow, what's the problem?
If the baby lands safely, the crowd and relatives of the baby celebrate, sing and dance, and pass each infant around before returning them to their mother.
Jesus. What if it doesn't?
I don't know. It doesn't talk about that.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And
even the part where it says people who just come to the ritual.
What do you mean?
It says couples who participate in the ritual in the hope that they will be blessed with their own children. Oh. So if you don't have children, if you show up to this ritual and watch, it'll bless you.
You should go the other way.
So watching babies dropped.
Shouldn't it?
You would think.
If I'm going to go to this, you don't deserve to have a kid?
You don't deserve.
Because you're a dick?
I watched videos on it, and it's very unsettling. They've tried to ban it a few times, but there are certain parts of India that still practice. They still do this.
If they put a little parachute on the baby.
They should.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That must be terrifying for the infant.
What if it's a really old sheet and it doesn't hold the baby and it just goes right on through?
Well, yeah.
Right?
Are these, do you know how old the babies are?
They're under 2.
Under 2 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So the kid next door still qualifies. I wonder if I could say, you know what, I'd like to mend our ways and patch things up, and I have a great blessing, a great ritual of ye olden times to bestow upon your darling youngest child. May I? 30, 40 feet, 80, 90. Wow, who's going to quibble over semantics? Wow, man, that's messed up.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, it was very unsettling to watch.
Think you could watch it in real life?
No.
Yeah.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
It's not up on my to-do list.
For
baby
now,
tossing.
maybe. Well, cool. That was a good story, man. I like that. I like it. Anything that involves toughening babies up. Because they've had it too easy for too long,
Just laying around, shitting themselves.
Yeah, not even feeding themselves.
Nothing.
They don't change themselves. They won't even
No.
put on their own bloody
Won't
clothes.
even tell you what they want. And it's
Lazy
like, I'm just going to
dogs.
cry until you just give me things.
Yeah, I'm not giving you shit. You want to
Yeah.
You want to
I'm
cry?
going to start doing that.
I'll
I'm
give you
just
something
gonna
to cry about.
until people give me stuff.
Yeah. What do you mean, start? Yeah. Hey, do you know anybody named Josh?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know any? Do you like the Joshes?
Yeah.
Do you
He's
like
my
the
neighbor.
Joshes you know?
Yeah. I have one as my neighbor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know any Joshes you dislike?
I don't think so.
No, I
not
don't know
that
either.
comes to mind right
I don't know very many Joshes. I have a cousin, Josh. He's a good guy.
now.
Yeah, man. But the reason I ask is okay, so this story, I remember reading about this when it came out, when it happened. But our devoted listener and personal friend of mine, oh my God, I just hit my mic. One Becky Claire, she reminded me of this tale. So I'm going to share it with all of you.
Yeah. Okay.
The Josh Fight was a viral internet meme, mock fight, and charity fundraiser at Air Park in Lincoln, Nebraska on April 24th, 2021. The event was originally conceived by a civil engineering student named Josh Swain from Tucson, Arizona. He came up with it on April 24th, 2020 due to boredom during COVID. It gained popularity after a screenshot of a Facebook Messenger group chat involving several users named Josh Swain spread widely on the internet. Swain encouraged participants of the chat to meet at a set of coordinates 1 year hence and fight for the right to use the name Josh. The event, though initially intended as a joke, drew a crowd of nearly 1,000 on the day of the event. The gathering was lighthearted and there was no actual violence involved. The Wall Street Journal wrote that the event became a global news phenomenon, while technology writer for The Guardian called it perhaps the ultimate response to an online doppelganger. On April 24th, 2020, several Facebook Messenger users named Josh Swain were added to a group chat that read, You're probably wondering why I've gathered you all here today. Because we all share the same names. On precisely April 24th, 2021 at 12 p.m., meet at the following coordinates. I'm not going to read you the longitudinal and latitudinal coordinates. We fight. Whoever wins gets to keep the name. Everyone else has to change their name. You have a year to prepare. Good luck. Swain explained the idea for the event was conceived out of boredom from the COVID-19 lockdowns. Swain had often experienced the frustration of being unable to receive an exclusive handle on social media because of other Josh Swains. He posted a screenshot of the conversation on Twitter the same day. The tweet received over 64,000 likes and 21,000 retweets within 2 weeks. Although Swain said the tweet was entirely a joke, the conversation became a meme on social media. Days before the event, Swain took to Reddit in order to announce a fundraiser for the event to benefit the Children's Hospital and Medical Center Foundation in Omaha, Nebraska, along with a request for non-perishables to start a food drive for the Food Bank of Lincoln, Nebraska. In the same post, Swain encouraged attendees to bring pool noodles as mock weapons for the planned fight. Swain had selected Lincoln, Nebraska as a site for the event due to its central location within the U.S. The original randomly picked coordinates were located in a field on private property. The field's owner, however, did not agree to host such a ridiculous event, quote unquote, nerd, and as such, the fight was relocated to Air Park, approximately 2.6 miles away. On the chosen day, nearly 1,000 people, including at least 50 named Josh, congregated at Air Park. Attendees came from as far as New York, Washington, and Texas, with some dressed in superhero and Star Wars costumes.
I love that.
3 fights were held. 1 game of rock, paper, scissors for those named Josh Swain, a second with pool noodles for all attendees named Josh, and a third and final all-in battle for anyone in possession of a pool noodle willing to participate. Only two of the individuals in attendance were named Josh Swain. Josh Swain, the event's creator, beat a rival 38-year-old Josh Swain from Omaha in the rock, paper, scissors event. A local 5-year-old boy named Josh Vincent Jr., dubbed Little Josh, who had been treated at the hospital for his seizures when he was 2 years old, was declared the overall winner. Vincent Jr. was crowned with a paper coronet from Burger King, as well as a replica AEW World Championship belt. Vincent Jr.'s father, Josh Vincent Sr., said afterwards that his son had the time of his life. The gathering raised $14,355 for the Children's Hospital, far past its initial goal of $1,000, and collected over 200 pounds of food for the nearby food bank. The hospital has since shown appreciation for the fundraiser on social media. On May 6, 2021, Josh Kalers, a California winery, decided to triple the donation by donating $30,000 to the hospital. The Wall Street Journal wrote that the event became a global news phenomenon. Yeah, whoever wrote this article already said that. The next year, a second edition of the event was held on May 21st, 2022 at Bowling Lake Park. The anniversary event was organized by the Arizonian Swain, with donations once again going to the hospital. Around 200 people attended the event, including at least 20 people being named Josh. The Redux raised $20,576, with Josh Sellers agreeing to double the donation. According to the Wall Street Journal, Swain would like to have the Josh fight occur annually, but said he's not sure if he'll be able to keep it up. There has not been a new event since 2022. Nothing wrong with letting things go, dude.
Nope.
You know, one and done, nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
You know, makes it more memorable.
Yep.
You know, like Neil Young's, better to burn out than to fade away.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And I do remember seeing this on the news, and I remember that the kid won, like that little kid.
Yeah,
that
that's
he was
sweet.
declared the winner.
That's sweet.
It is cool. So yeah, maybe
it was
we
all
should
for
do
a good cause.
100% a good cause.
I like it. I wonder how many Melinas are in the world.
7?
Maybe.
Probably a lot more than that. I think there's like
There's,
9 rods.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
so. I can't.
Yeah.
Hard to imagine it's more than
Oh,
that.
man.
Really.
Yeah, it's not a very common.
Maybe we should have a pool noodle fight and video it for our channels.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. I'd win.
Yes, probably.
But I'd cheat. I'd put something inside my pool noodle
Oh, would you?
to make it heavier and harder.
I'm going to fill mine with whipped cream and just...
I'm gonna put barbed wire around mine. No, not
Wow. Violent.
whipped cream would be good though.
That'd be fun.
Whipped cream though, not shaving cream,
Whipped cream.
because I'd like to eat it. The whipped cream. Hey man,
I thought you meant the pool
can
noodle.
I eat your noodle? Yeah, you got something for us there, Mel, to bring it on home?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
We're gonna a cute little fun story to end it off with. In 2012, 11-year-old Liam Corcoran
Cool name.
went on a bit of an adventure. Liam, who has a learning difficulties, ran away from his mother after being told off when they were out shopping in Manchester. I love how they have, that's the word in the article, was he was being told off.
Oh yeah, that's quite English.
I like it.
Yep.
Speaking to the Sun newspaper, Liam said, "I found a ticket on the floor that had the right day on it, so I sat on the bus. I knew it went to the airport. I love planes because of their big wings."
Yeah, man, I dig.
That's right.
Yep.
So he found the bus ticket on the floor. I forgot
Yep.
to add that part, but
Clever.
I think you figured that out. So Liam took a ride to the airport, which was several miles away.
Yeah.
Liam mingled with passengers at the airport and apparently walked through 5 security checks without being challenged.
Yes.
He blended in with another family and told passengers he was just off on an adventure. He had no documents on him at all.
Right.
"There was this thing I had to go through, and they asked me to hold out the palms of my hands," Liam told the Sun. "I did what they asked and just carried on walking." His mother said she was appalled at what happened. "I was so shocked," she said. "I just thought, how on earth can anyone let an 11-year-old child board this plane with no search, not asking for passport, ID, or boarding passes?"
Right.
Liam ended up traveling halfway to Italy before the alarm was raised, as passengers realized he shouldn't have been on the plane. Liam traveled 1,365 miles to Rome
Wow.
on the Jet2.com. I've never heard of this,
No
but
idea.
Jet2.com plane.
It's obviously some like discount airline.
Yeah. Once there, he spent nearly 2 hours in the care of airport staff before being sent back on a return flight. The airline and staff at the airport treated the security breach as a serious incident, and the investigation was held. A number of staff have been suspended. I tried to find an update on this, but
Yeah.
I couldn't find
When was
anything.
that though? Because I think I saw it. It's not that terribly long ago, was
It's
it?
2012.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
it is quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he had told the Sun newspaper that he was just looking for a toilet and thought it would be cool to go on the airplane
Yeah,
to
nice
find
try,
said
punk.
toilet. And
Wonder if he's still grounded.
he might be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kid's
can you imagine?
24. Nope, you're not going to uni.
Like, my son is 10, so I'm like, I think of that, and I'm like, he'd be scared to leave the store.
Well-
Like, he wouldn't end up on an airplane, but
It's weird how they said this kid has some learning difficulties.
Yeah.
Sounds like
he sounds
pretty
pretty smart.
genius to me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you spotted a bus ticket, and then to formulate this plan, I'm going to go for a ride in the bus. That's
Yeah.
pretty ballsy.
Let's go to the airport. I'm going to go see some airplanes.
Yeah, well, and that's pretty courageous.
like it.
Yeah, well, good on him. Yeah, I mean,
Went on a
maybe
trip.
not going towards Italy.
Maybe not.
Nothing wrong with Italy, but yeah, now you're pushing it a little far, kid.
Yeah.
You know, but wow. Well, that
Yeah.
is ridiculous. I mean, that the airline staff or, security,
Yeah.
how did he slip by?
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Oh, that I can't
Morons.
imagine being the mother and just the pure panic that would set in.
Oh,
A,
yeah.
losing your child, and
Yeah.
then doing the steps to be like, he's on an airplane
Well,
to Italy.
He would have been gone for hours,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
because it's not like you get to the airport. Oh, boom, that plane's leaving. Okay, I'll jump on there.
Yeah.
That's weird, dude. I used to eat at the Burger King at Manchester Airport.
Did you know?
As soon as I would arrive there, well,
Yeah.
actually, as soon as I arrived there, I went outside and smoked like 5 cigarettes in a row.
Right.
Right, but then I went to Burger King.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which was worse for me.
Well,
That's,
this is true.
Good old Liam, man.
Good
Liam, he's
old
a
Liam.
crafty little bugger. That
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Eh? Yeah. Would you ever go to Italy? Would you like to go to Italy?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good food.
I haven't been anywhere,
Well,
really.
you've been somewhere.
I mean, I say that, but I've been all over Canada,
Well,
except for the
that's-
territories. But
that's a lot of everywhere.
yeah,
Lots of people have never been there.
that's true.
I know. Been to the
That's true.
States?
Florida.
Okay, well that
Vegas.
is the States.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
But I mean,
Florida, States is a big place.
there's people who have never been to the States.
Buffalo,
That's
that doesn't really count.
that
though.
sort of counts. It's more or less part of Canada.
Yeah.
You know. No, man. And you got time.
Yeah, I got time.
You got time.
I think so.
But no, Italy's good. Good wine too, and good beer.
Yes. I'd love to go to Ireland. That's top on my bucket list.
Is it? Eh?
Yeah.
So that's weird. I was out for lunch today with friend and listener Jessica,
Yeah.
and you'll recall her and Becky. They were in Ireland
Yes.
for 2 weeks, and they do have pictures for us.
Cool.
But she has like literally thousands of pictures to sort through to find them. By the way, they have this app so they went on a tour, right? Like for the whole time they were there. A bus sled, like on bus or whatever. And they have a thing called, I think it was called Photo Circle.
Okay.
So everybody in the group can log into it and upload pics to it
Okay.
so that anyone can access them then
Yeah.
and go, hey, here's a bunch of pics. So you wouldn't have to be responsible for taking a pic of everything.
Right. Yeah.
That's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they had a good time in Ireland.
Cool.
It's not the first. I'd go to Ireland. Lots of other places I'd rather go.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Japan. I'd love to go to Japan.
I'll buy your ticket.
Lies. Oh, yeah, it's got to be returned.
Oh.
Dick, you can't buy a one-way ticket to another country.
All right.
God. Amateurs.
I'll find a way.
Bloody millennials. She's not
Okay,
millennial.
boomer.
Oh, death. I'm not a boomer. I wouldn't care if I was, though.
No. I'd rather be a boomer than a millennial. Sorry, millennials.
Yeah, me too. Well, because if I was a millennial, it means I'd even have even longer to deal with shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That
Like-
is very
like
true.
I'm not looking
Yeah.
to die, but I don't want to start over.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm good.
No, I'm good.
I'm good where I am.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Well, okay. You guys can go check out our socials.
Can or should?
You should.
Yeah, you better.
Should. Facebook, Instagram, and then you can check us out on Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts,
Deezer.
YouTube, Deezer,
TikTok.
all the different
We're
places.
on TikTok.
You can find us. We're all there.
Yeah, you don't have to look very hard,
Yeah.
but you should look.
5 stars,
There'll
please.
be a surprise for you if
and
you do.
send it to your friends. Be like, hey, here's this podcast.
Yeah.
Give it 5 stars.
I was telling somebody.
Just do it.
Who was I telling about the podcast?
I hope a lot of people, but
Well, it was a rhetorical question, but no, somebody was like, "Oh, really?" I said, "Yes," and that's kind of where the conversation ended. Yeah, it's pretty gripping for sure.
yeah.
No, but Mel's right. You should follow us. You should go visit us on our socials. By the way, everybody, I got to tell you, Mel's hair looks great today. I just thought of that as I was looking over at you.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah.
Distracted by my beauty
Go
over
to,
here.
yeah. She's sweating profusely, dude. No, she's not. You towel off my chair before we leave?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
No
thanks.
problem.
Yeah, follow us, share, be cool, be awesome. Yeah, that's it for now.
That's it.
So you guys, please, thanks for stopping by and take care of yourselves and one another.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mel. Music by Audionautics.com.